Go.
Right, so we're doing survival kit and how to make a fire with flint and steel. So I'm sure you all know when you're in the wilderness you need to make a fire because it supplies light and heat for you and for, well, to be able to cook and eat. And although there are loads of different methods to making a fire, the most efficient and quick way to do it is probably using flint and steel. And flint and steel is basically where you grab a bit of flint and then you get this a bit of carbon steel, and then you basically strike the flint at a certain angle and it creates sparks. And then if you have a bit of tinder, then you can light the sparks onto the tinder and then light the tinder for a bit of time. And then what you want to do is grab twigs and stuff like that from the wild, and then put that on top of the tinder which is currently burning, and you make a small fire, and then you basically want to keep adding to the fire to make it bigger, to the point where you can add big like logs and stuff like that, and then have a continuous fire which lasts for ages, and that's what you want to use to cook.
Oh, do you want the video played? Okay, how do I do that? I don't know how to.
My team and I always had trouble managing our tasks until one of my colleagues found Monday.com.
Ferrocerium rods are great, but if you're a true player and you like making things unnecessarily more difficult for yourself, then you can pick up an old flint and steel. Some may consider this an advanced skill used only by the wise old sages and mountain men, but that's not true. It's incredibly easy, even my nan could do it. So, what is it and how do we use it? The steel is just an ordinary piece of carbon steel, or metal alloy with a high content of ferrum, otherwise known as iron. Nothing fancy there. Shaped in such a way that it allows you to fit your fingers through it like a knuckle duster, which serves to protect your fingers from being sliced open by the sharp piece of rock that we use as a striker. To create sparks, we need a tough, sharp rock such as a piece of flint, chert or quartz to shave off incredibly thin pieces of metal from the carbon steel. Where can you find these special rocks? Take a stroll around the forest for a few minutes and you'll bump into one sooner or later. Either on the forest floor or on the water's edge is a good place to look. And if all you can find is smooth clumps, then smash a piece off it with another clump. Bada bing, bada boom, you've got yourself a sharp piece of flint. But to create sparks, we need to strike the flint with the steel at a glancing acute angle, which in layman's terms just means not this way, not this way, not this way, more like this way. And strike it hard, don't pussyfoot around it. You need to strike it with enough force to actually shave the metal off. Don't tap it, give it a bit of a whack, but make sure it's a glancing strike that just grazes the flint. Otherwise you'll dent your striker, break your flint and create zero sparks. That's bad times. It takes about 5 minutes of practice to get this technique down correctly, so easy fucking peasy, right? The hardest part of making fire with flint and steel is getting the charred material to use as tinder and creating a bird's nest tinder bundle out of natural materials, which is a skill set all on its own, but that's easy peasy if you know your shit. There are 3 ways to do it. One is to hold the steel stationary and strike the flint across it, but this is arguably more dangerous as you run the risk of completely missing and slashing your knuckle open with the flint. But this technique is used when you're trying to throw sparks downwards at a tinder bundle that's on the ground. The safer, more practical way to do it is to hold the flint stationary and strike the flint with the steel. This causes the sparks to fly upwards and outwards, eventually getting one to land on your piece of tinder that you've rested on top of the flint. This could either take you 5 seconds or half a minute. It really does depend on which way the sparks want to fly that day. Also, you could hold the base of the fire still like so if your fingers won't fit through it, or if you're wearing thick gloves, and smash that into the flint. It's all personal preference, but it is a lot more efficient to strike the steel against the flint. As you utilise the weight of the steel, there's a lot more force behind that bad boy. The concept of fire making with flint and steel might seem intimidating to those who aren't familiar with the practice, but it really is just an older variation of the ferrocerium rod. It works in very much the same way. But you can't knock its value as an emergency backup. It's good to get acquainted with these practices. This is how your ancestors used to get shit done. So join me on an adventure. I'll take you along with me on my travels as I demonstrate the process of starting fire with flint and steel, along to some nice relaxing background music. Alright, Right, let's make it a bit more pretentious.
Carry on.
Okay. You want to watch the rest of it, it's not, man.
Just explain it.
Keep
Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. Well done.
What's just the whole presentation?
A survival kit is a package of basic tools and supplies prepared in advance as an aid to survival in an emergency. Civil and military aircraft, lifeboats and spacecraft are equipped with survival kits. In a military survival tin, there is 2 10-tablet packets of water purifiers, 2 packs of waterproof matches, 2 small compasses, a cotton tampon, a miniature fishing kit, a candle, sewing kit, flammable coal, a snare wire, wire saw, 2 pencils, a whistle, and flint and